but amazing farm, the best in the game even. On the other hand, Wretched Hag was literally locked down, had 0 creep kills for 9-10 minutes or something like that. But then pushes started happening, some failed initiations happened, and just like that, Stay Green pulls ahead, and they didn't slow down from that. Was that a good recap of the game there, Emperor?
It pretty much summarized it, right? It's just when you go aggressive, you have to have that execution, and I think QsQ had a little bit of a harder lineup to pull off, I should say. I mean, kind of. They just weren't able to complete their objective, that's all.
Yeah. All right, well, let's see. Game number 2, it is a different story. With that said, both teams are ready. We've loaded in. Let's jump in. Game number 2, Q Squad taking on Stay Green. Let's take a look. All right, blind band's happening. Before we go into that, though, real quickly, I do have an update for you guys on how the other match that is currently going on was supposed to be happening. Unfortunately, apparently TT Esports was not able to field 5 players. So that means Lion Esports Club, they did take a forfeit victory over TT Esports, and they're going to be advancing on. They actually play the winner of this in the next round, the later on match today. So, again, really unfortunate news there, especially at this stage of a tournament. You hate to see forfeits happen, but, well, I guess for whatever reason, couldn't field 5. And so that means, again, TT Esports with a forfeit, and Lion Esports Club, though, moving on, will face the winner of this. So there you go. Just a quick update there. But then again, of course, the later match, though, for us today, Complexity Trademark, the winners bracket finals. That will be coming up later today, so definitely look forward to that as well. Anywho, we got this game to talk about. Ophelia Parasite, Moon Queen Wild Soul. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe those are the same exact blind bands by both teams the first game, so a very similar start. Torturer, the first lock, actually, followed by Keeper of the Forest, Tempest, and then we got the Master of Arms, Engineer after that. So Torturer actually first locked here. But after that, following up, pretty powerful.
Mm-hmm. And I do like Nova's idea of putting that Master of Arms at the lock pool. Even if they say go with Keeper first pick, they're forcing SG to sort of take it out of the lock pool, not really letting him get it for free. Throws a little bit more of a mind game up there. We saw last game, though, they didn't ban the Deadwood. They chose to ban heroes like DS, etc. instead. And, we see a lot of times SG even picked Deadwood over Fade over Pebbles at moments. So they banned out a couple of the heroes that would be that. And they even choose Rally, but I think if they took out the Deadwood, that would have been... There were a bunch of options for those sort of ganky mid-lane heroes that could have worked with their strat, but I felt like Deadwood was the premier option with the double tree, the huge burst potential, and I feel like if they took that away, they would have been able to do so much more last game.
Yeah, it's that no doubt was a effective part of Stay Green's strategy for winning. That double tree strat, man. Again, it's just the idea of it. Stay Green specifically loves to run that combo, and they've been doing it very, very well. It's got to be near 100% again, as far as the win percentage, if not 100%. Locking phase, again, finishing up with the bubbles right there. And now you see into the bans, Demented Shaman Zephyr coming out. So, Nova, do you ban that Deadwood? Do you ban the Deadwood here?
Unless they're going to draft it.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
It's an option.
It is true.
Take out the Rally.
I was going to say, then, if that's the case, then yeah, I take out at least one of them. Oh, darn it. Forgot to turn back up.
It just feels like that's their bread and butter right now. Why not deny them that? Unless you really have a plan. They had the Master, maybe that was part of their plan. The defensive shield, maybe stopping a little bit of that burst potential, but it's just...
Yeah.
I would personally take it out. I would take it out, just not have to deal with it.
Yeah. Well, I had to clear my chat real quick, but it looks like Bombardier was banned, and then the Aluna on top of that. So
yes,
Demented Shaman, Bombardier, Aluna, and the Zephyr so far. So yeah, it's one more ban to go now for either side. We'll see how it finishes off here. There's Wretched Hag, so not going to be either. And Swinamels will finish things off. Who did he finish things off with? It looks like with Fade. So
right.
Nova, first pick coming up here.
Raleigh and Deadwood still available. I'm expecting to see one, if not both, picked up.
All right.
That was pretty... We could see that coming.
Yeah.
I would say that.
But it's like, yeah, they're just going to respond to Rally, though, you would think. And
oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They,
well,
Rally very well.
Unless they're going for Rally, but Rally would be what we would expect.
Yep. So...
I'm a supporter. No, you know what? In all of this, Commotion did not even actually notice that Pebbles being available. So
that makes actually a lot of sense. For Pebbles, so again, that's a powerful combination. Yeah, there is debate in the laning phase whether or not she is the most powerful. I know you lean towards her actually being pretty solid at least. So
They can actually still go Rally or even Magnus as well. We see them do that in this kind of lineup. It would not be that shocking.
back over.
Yeah,
the Suicide Magnus definitely wouldn't put it past them to do that. So
supporter, and they have a side lane solo option plus a supporter if they want, or jungler there. Yeah, they could do it.
very, very possible. So now back over to Q Squad side again. That Deadwood first pick. So you look at the lock pool. You got several support options in there, so you don't necessarily need to rush support here. You talked about Glacius, and the synergy with Deadwood can be pretty good. So maybe they do want to go that route. But there's also the carry route. There is also Pharaoh Plague Rider, and that's how they're all actually going to finish things off. So
yeah, so they're opting to draft a support out of this lock pool.
They did pass up like a Draconis though. They could have gone for.
Yeah, just wanting to run maybe it's more of that mid-game paced lineup. Once again, try to fight SG's mid-game paced lineup.
So now back over to State Green. We'll see how they finish off. Again, you look at that pool. It's not necessarily 100%, but you would think maybe the first pick keeper here from Q Squad, then response from State Green. But
let me see who locked the Torture.
It was Nova.
No, it is. He's trying to take out the primary heroes to make their normal drafting phase here a little bit more awkward. I still could expect to see a Magnus or Rally if there's an. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think Rally's better because you actually saw when they run this Pebbles kind of strategy, they a lot of times even got Tablet first on Magnus because basically they would try to push at a point where when Pebbles had his PK, he could still sort of lay down the insta-kill. I actually do like that master pick up here. Kind of. I mean,
I was going to say, though, that
they can easily go. They can go Keeper Tempest and make it work here. Very easily. Yeah. And that's I like the concept of them having it against the insta-kill from Pebbles, but not really because
to give up that.
I wanted to go back into the Rally pick for a sec, though. I was talking about how there's a counter initiator at least, but I don't like where I'm seeing is they even have a built-in tablet for this Pharaoh. I'm already getting these horrible vibes about what's about to happen to QsQ.
Yeah, with the way that finished, especially, it's one thing in the regulars, but the fact that they got a Tempest Keeper of the Forest in that lock pool, it's kind of you cringe a little bit. It's like, ugh.
Here, and it works perfectly with their lineup because you get Pebbles the early PK, make sure his laning is sound, and then you have the massive push potential. And if they get one picked off, there's going to be that snowball effect. Here's the other thing. I was saying the Magnus versus the Rally. A lot of times you see them pick up Magnus in this strategy to go alongside, the Pebbles killing, but a lot of times you even see them pick up a tablet on Magnus. People are like, oh, why would you get a tablet on Magnus? And the reason they do that is because Pebbles jumps in, he goes for the insta-kill, and the rest of the team doesn't want to try to jump in, blink in afterwards, and follow up and potentially get counter-initiated on. They're just focusing on getting in and getting out. And Magnus has that tablet more to allow for more defensive posturing.
Yeah.
In a case like this, Rally just has it built in. And Pebbles gets to go in, commit to the kill. If they were to go on Pebbles and waste all the spells, then they would jump. But in a case like this, they don't need to. They can just, they can wait. So
yeah, and then there's the whole concept that they have an M4 on their team, so they can also just have that gotcha potential of being able to catch you off guard. So yeah, and Q Squad doing what they do best. They just group up as a team. They go towards the other team's jungle, and they will place that ward of sight. So. Yet again, another case of getting that water side done. How about this, actually? Nova's playing Plague Rider. Oh, wait a second. So what is going on here on the Legion side? I was so focused on State Green, but what are they going to run?
Well, yeah, they obviously picked up the Pharaoh there, which I tried to mention. But yeah, it's going to be Plague Rider Suicide. Not Suicide, I'm sorry. I meant Support.
Yeah, Support. He's at least going to deny top, it looks like.
He actually might lane. I mean, he does lane with the Suicide Pharaoh a lot. He actually might lane with Pharaoh for a bit, give him a bit of a start, and try to deny Pebbles quick PK.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
He's going up here. All right, so, good try to get that good lane control and some spam potential between the Contagion and the Tormented Soul, so going to be interesting. Again, the Q Squad is known for doing this every once in a while, but as just saying that, he actually might just be going to place a ward of sight up here. But there is a ward of sight placed by Z-Freak that will very likely spot Nova doing this. If they see this.
Sure.
So. He's going to go around. He's playing it very safe. He ain't going to place it just yet. Oh, wait, he did place it. Never mind. He placed it over here. Okay.
Yeah, so he wouldn't get.
Gotcha. All right, so he is going to go back up top, though. So it is going to end up being that two-man lane top, but still, it is a Pebbles and Inflora, and you got to think they still have some decent kill potential.
They do. Pharaoh went a pretty tanky route, just going for the minor totems and the shield, and he can do decently against it. But the problem is, up here they have that Tempest. They have that sort of tri-lane, and there's no vision to scout out the Tempest when he starts running along over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very true. This ward aside is blocked by the trees, so... of course, blocking the camp, but if he starts to go over, yeah, it could catch them off guard. Yeah, QsQ definitely, you gotta kind of question this a little bit, wonder about it. But how about this bottom matchup? Speaking of the double tree, they actually end up going against each other here in the lane. Deadwood versus Keeper of the Forest down here at the bottom side. So, style on that Deadwood. He actually got pulled a little bit of regen there, the health potion, as you can see. But of course, a very hard hitter, and I would assume should have a fairly good time against Keeper of the Forest, as it seems like he is off to a great start already for him. And then there's the middle lane, of course. So the bottom and the middle lane are setting up to be pretty good for QsQ at least.
Yeah, I've seen this matchup only twice so far, and the first time I saw it, the Keeper had a little bit more durability than the Deadwood was able to sustain the harass and eventually take lane control. The second time I saw it, it was Moravis playing against... was it Complexity or someone else, TDMSG maybe? I forget who he played against. It was one of those major teams, though, and he actually won the lane pretty handedly, but they had a gank hero as well to sort of help things out.
Yeah. You do see this top lane, again, the lane control definitely going in favor of QsQ right here. Obviously having a Plague Order helps with that. He actually just hit level 2 right there, so even a little bit delayed on that, but he is level 2 nonetheless. Bottom rune picked up by Rally, actually, despite being solo here in the middle lane. So when Melon's able to get that up himself, he has also hit level 4 now. So, yeah, this is what you at the very least want out of your Rally. Even a dual range setup with Master of Arms Engineer going up against him. Stay alive and get those levels. And actually, top lane, this is what we talked about. Tempest coming, it's still level 1 and 4, but the Zeal Stun coming out. The Glacial Blast as well. Jonas a fan in No Man's Land here. He will end up falling. Slicks getting credit for the bloodless kill on Pebbles. That just worked out all sorts of wonders for Stay Green.
Yeah, I mean, even a level 1 Glacial Blast, what even a 1 second stun will do is allow 2 more volleys of auto attacks from pretty much everyone if they position themselves accordingly. So, yeah, even a level 1 stun does so much work there, no vision, and we saw even before that kill happened, Pharaoh didn't have the hatchet at the start of the lane, and Pebbles did, and look at the CS discrepancy.
Let's see, Pharaoh 3-1, Pebbles 15-6 now, yeah, it's
right, so the kill just made things worse, and now it's just... I said horrible things were going to happen as long as they gave Pebbles the free farm, and putting him in the safe lane, very smart. That Rally pick, as we talked about before, should be next to impossible to kill, like maybe 80% of the time. Unless the lucky rune or a bad misplay, nearly impossible to kill in this mid lane with just a dual setup, so.
Yeah. Yep, yeah, and it's so again, things are coming together fairly nicely here for Stay Green. You still look back at this bottom matchup, Deadwood is 18-3 against Keeper's 18-4 actually, so. Yeah, Keeper of the Forest has actually picked up quite a bit in his own creep farm. And is looking much better now. Bottom rune race, it is going to be picked up. No, it's actually not down there. It went top instead. And it was picked up, it looks like, by Tempest, who was bottled up even by an Invis rune. So, Tempest doing some good rune control there. What's up?
I was just looking at the top lane, man. It was just a level 1 and 4 Zeal, and a quick Pebbles combo, not even chucking the hero, just chucking a creep onto him and stunning him. Brought down the Pharaoh to pretty much 25% health, forced him to use a health pot, and now he's back to full mana almost again. He's just going to keep spamming those combos, and now he has additional mana efficiency because of the Steam Boots. He turns them to Strength when he gets the Grace of the Nymph, turns them to Intelligence when he goes for the quick combo, and even if he doesn't get kills here, he can just spam that combo as much as he wants and establish total lane control.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a tough spot for QsQ because it is, you know, you could argue that why even send both heroes up here and play Gunner Pharaoh if they're really not accomplishing a whole lot in the end. But where else do you go with them is really what it comes down to. Do you really want to sacrifice Deadwood's levels by sending Plague Rider down there? You know, probably not. At least try to let him continue to get his decent levels and some decent farm, and then, you know, work on his impact as he hits level 6 right here. But Keeper of the Forest actually just finishing his Ghost Marchers. We'll use them to help get away. So, yeah, how about that? Keeper of the Forest actually going to Ghost Marchers there in the Suicide Lane role.
Yeah, just wants to be able to hit a little bit harder against his Deadwood that has, you know, the tree helping him out. This will help him put in more harass, poke in and out. He has the bonus armor. So, just, you know, trying to have a...
Helping out a little bit. Tempest, Invis Rune, we talked about he had it bottled up. He's going to use it here in the middle lane, about 45 more seconds to go, so he has plenty of time.
He's level 6.
Yep, this could set up horribly for Q Squad if they're not careful. And, you know, did they see something is the question. Engineer's hiding in the tree, so it seems like Q Squad knows something's up. There's a stun from Tempest, but they're not. Are they going to dive? Actually, Compel coming out. The Tempest ultimate point in. Engineer comes, but it's just way too late. He was off to the side. Rally Seismic Slam finishes him off, and now Swindamelons trying to get away. He does have enough mana now for the Compel. And
oh no, Barrow. See, look at that. That was.
What, top lane?
Yeah, just the combo, the Pebbles combo alone. He can spend pretty much as much as he wants, takes out almost half of Pharaoh's life.
Yeah.
Not even tossing the hero, so just once again, they pretty much have no regen left up here. Just a couple trees, and Pebbles does not care, man. He's taking free control of all the CS.
Yeah, this really is your classic case of the laning phase just not going as planned here. In this case, a Q Squad. As the top lane, we do see the kill on the Pharaoh. But I was looking at the bottom lane, though, because here we go. The initiation by both. The root came out, the Compel from Rally, and down goes Deadwood. I hate to say it, but this is just looking like one of those snowball games.
I'm calling it right. It's over. I mean, it was over from the drafting phase this game, giving SG once again pretty much this is the line. They're not like outside of that master combo. It's the Pebbles sieging base, have a defensive hero, an anchor like that Magnus or the Rally. And we've seen them get the Keeper Tempest before, and it'd be absolute disaster. So yeah. I'm already writing it over here. I'm going to say that. Odds-wise, I was very
Damn it, Emperor. You're a caster now. It's never over.
It's never over, but it's going to take some serious brain damage coming out from SG to drop this game. It's
it's a massacre.
Play better going down there at the top lane. Yeah, surprise, surprise, I know. Pebbles actually running in. He's actually in a little bit of a tough spot here. He's actually going to take the Keg stun. Can he get away? I don't think he will. Yes, he will fall. So at least the end is a serial killer streak that he had going. Gets a bonus 280 gold right there. So the first kill finally coming out for Q Squad. Obviously Slick's getting a little overconfident there with his positioning, but they do get the kill and stop him. He has 1530 gold saved up, by the way, even after that death. So Portal Key is coming up ASAP, and this may allow Nymphora actually to get that level 6 finally. And, well, then you can expect the ports to start to happen, of course. So.
Yeah, and she's keeping up in levels quite well this game. Sometimes you see Nymphora, she doesn't get her level 6 ulti until, quite a ways in. She's running around placing wards, has a tough time in lane, and meanwhile, Pharaoh will probably drop again right here.
Double Zeal stun, the heal. No, it doesn't matter, though. Z-Freak actually gets credit for the final auto attack.
Z-Freak, I don't understand. If you're going to go the stun build, in my opinion, at least stop leveling to level 3. Because level 3, I talked about before, that's when the Nymphora stun, no matter where you cast it from, is guaranteed to keep the chain locked down. They won't be able to move or do any quick actions, instant actions, tablet, push, anything in between it. So I don't... If he's going to start putting points into Volatile Pod, just get one more point in your stun, please. It does scale very well. I mean, at level 4, it's up to a 3-second stun. Very mana efficient. I just don't like the 1 point of heal right there.
Yeah, I mean, you could argue the Volatile Pod in this case, it does guarantee a little bit more burst damage than if the Zeal stun would. But
does it even? I mean, actually, look at Nymphora's Zeal.
If you hit both sides, it doesn't. But
you usually hit both sides, especially if you have level 3 stun. So.
True.
I absolutely hate it, but it's okay.
Yeah, no. Again, it's obviously great to bring up, but it is ultimately a case of they are in a very commanding lead as a team right now. Rowley is actually going to compel away right there. It seems to be a little bit careful. Plague Rider porting in, but he'll fall back before too much pressure. Bottom lane, Deadwood. No, this is actually Jonas Van down here playing the Pharaoh. He's in a lot of trouble. Root from Keeper of the Forest most likely going to be used. There we go. Finally coming up. Mummy walls were put up though. Can Jonas Van make this escape? Yes, he can. So, yeah, K's a little bit late there with the root, actually. And it does buy enough time for Pharaoh to get on that there before death for him. So, good news for him, at least, as we're now approaching 10 minutes into this game. So, positive, Emperor. Let's say positive. QsQ, what do they have?
All right. I'm trying to, man. I'm trying to.
Oh, well, damn it, right as I say that. Mally falls. Master of Arms, how is he doing? 253 GPM. Okay, not bad.
253, yeah.
And there you go.
They got a kill. They're taking it back right here.
There you go.
Z-Freak dropped. His ultimate's down for 20 more seconds. It's going to be up here. Keeper Root's down though. Keeper Root is down, low on mana. Maybe they can make a team fight happen, something around now.
Yeah. Pharaoh's level 6. Got the Wrath of the Pharaoh to use. We'll find the positioning for that. Nymphora, by the way, she actually did ulti. I didn't even notice that. She resurrects, so she has her ulti back up, and she's actually going to use it to go bottom lane, it looks like. Uh-oh, Pharaoh, you're in trouble. Portkey, oh, but he misses! Good juke by Jonathan fan right there. He saw that coming a mile away. Nymphora now in no man's land, behind the tower. She's going to try to be sneaky here, but Z-Freak will eventually get picked off. So another pick here for Q Squad, and you know the last thing you want to do if you're Stay Green is obviously have get that overzealous factor going, and think you all ultimately have the guaranteed victory here. Now Pebbles will jump back in on Engineer. No, the defensive master's call coming at the last second. The health potion used. There's the keg stun, pushing him forward actually. The Compel on top of the Engineer still in trouble. The Demoralizer Roar coming out. The auto attack will finish him off. Plague Glider and Deadwood running into Plague Glider, not level 6 just yet, but the Rotten Grass connects. Rally will fall right here. Keeping the Force on the run. Has root up in 15 seconds. Pebbles is out of mana. Never mind. Ring of Sorcery's coming out, and just like that, he has a full mana pool actually. He goes back in. Master Var is going to be comboed. Down he goes. Dev was sitting in the background, has that Falcon Punch in 2 seconds. Then, oh, the Tempest ultimate at the last second. Style being pulled in. Can he get it off at least? No, he cannot. The Root coming out on top, and both him and Plague Rider will fall. Oh, man. Perfect timing for Chessie right there. That was close.
Yeah. When Slick's reinitiated there with his Blaine combo onto 2 heroes, very well played by him, looking for that positioning, looking for that timing. It was pretty impressive.
Down a Legion Tower.
Yeah, again, it was Stay Green clearly feeling pretty good right now about how this game is going, but that ended up working out very, very well for them. When you have advantages, I mean, when you have the items, the levels, and everything, even if the play isn't 110%, of course, just that factor alone could definitely make the difference. So, you know, that it ended off very, very well for Stay Green, and just continues to get worse and worse, unfortunately, for Q Squad.
In composition-wise, once again, I feel like Stay Green has a stronger mid-game lineup, and it's not even fully into that mid-game. I mean, they're getting the pick-offs when it comes to the team fights. I just feel like they have an inherent advantage to begin with, so having the resource advantage on top of it is just...
Yeah. Oh, Slicks actually jumps in right here, chucks him back, and the energy field in the background actually could be pretty big.
Yeah.
The Plague Ooh comes out. It's going to start bouncing, and not a whole lot, though. Great spread from Stay Green, actually. Keeping the Force will end up falling here, it looks like. As Tempest ports out, though, Pharaoh trying to chase on Nymphora. Pharaoh does have the Hellfire to use. The Zeal Stun going to be activated, though. Wilson right there. Hellfire coming up, but it's just out of range, it looks like. Nymphora still on the run. And, yes, he will be fine. Rotten Grasp not going to connect right there. So, again, some more counter kills coming out here from Q Squad. So, you know, keeping that hope alive.
Yeah, Q Squad is doing what they need to do to try to come back into this game. Stay Green just needs to tighten up their game a little bit. They're getting a little bit over-aggressive. I think they're very confident that they have this game. Don't really want to let up the pressure, but as long as they play it safe, they should be able to keep, you know, just asserting dominance.
Something I noticed, Nox here on Master of Arms. Again, this farm 280 gold per minute, solid for the situation. He actually goes a Bracer, though. I mean, that kind of shows you how this game's going. To see a Bracer on a Master of Arms here is, in a sense, your carry, of course, and your farming hero.
Right, and he's clearly not going the Energizer route, at least not right away with this build, so...
Maybe gonna even pick up a Hastel with the way this game is going, but actually Mystic Vestment for right there. Middle tower, though, gonna fall. The gold advantage throwing that much more. 8,800 gold lead now in favor of Stay Green. We're just past the 14-minute mark here. And, you know, why not? Stay Green just gonna continue their push. They have amazing push here. Tempest and the Keeper of the Force specifically. You got that jump in potential from Pebbles. Speaking of that, Plague Guard off to the side. He'll easily get picked. Master's Call wasn't even used right there. But it shows you just how much damage they truly have. I mean, just didn't matter at all. He gets melted on. You see a Volatile Pod heal coming out right there from Nymphora to kind of counter the goo a little bit. It is level 2, by the way. So it is leveling that up now. But this tower is going to fall, and even more gold. We are now to an 11,000 gold lead, approaching 15 minutes here for Q Squad.
Yeah, that Word of Sight by Z-Freak obviously spotted out that Plague Rider there, allowed them to get the quick jump onto him, and I saw he was doing a good job keeping his ward rotation up, even in these desperate times. He's making sure his team has vision over there in the river. It's just, even with vision, they sort of just have to sit back and, you know,
the Hellborn takes down a Legion
watch,
tower.
basically.
Yep. Top tower falling right there, and again, Stay Green, why not? Just grouping up and pushing, because they can. I mean, they have an Nymphora to regen. They got double Ring of Sorcery. Yeah, they got a double Ring of Sorcery. They have the Astrolabe on Tempest. And what is QsQ going to do? You know, they are going to try to fight this off, it looks like. Here we go, the initiation. Pebbles going to be jumped on. Pebbles falling, the heel's coming out. Pebbles barely staying alive. Plagueis bouncing around. Pharaoh trying to finish him off. He gets chucked back, though. Slex is still alive. Are you kidding me? He stays alive. Jesse with a Tempest ultimate. And here we go. Stay Green's going to try to turn this around. Energy field going to be applied right there. Only death so far is on Engineer, actually, on QsQ side. Falcon Punch finally coming out. Tempest falling, but he's too damn tanky. Down goes Deadwood right there. Master of Arms wants that kill, damn it, but he ain't going to get no kills. Pebbles jumps back in. We'll finish off Pharaoh right there. Finally, Tempest and keeping the fourth fall, though. And now Nox is pissed off. Wants a third kill right here. He's going to go on to Pebbles. He'll be comboed, though. Rallies here as well. Has the Compel. There's the Compel. And Master of Arms will fall. It ends up being a genocide for Stay Green. Oh my god, that was crazy.
I've got to say, all things considered, that was a beautifully fought fight for QsQ. I mean, they really almost pulled it out together there. Pebbles just barely lived. Massive Arms, the two-person forked lightning to get the double kill there on 2 invis heroes, I believe. It was really fun to watch. I mean, they put a lot of aggression. They really did want to drop that Pebbles. We're not able to put it together, and it was still an excellent fight to watch. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was a hell of a fight. I am just... What? How did Pebbles live right there? I mean, they went all out on him, and he just kept getting so low, but he was just not wanting to die, and that was big. I mean, that was huge because he did come back later on in the fight and helped clean up the fight.
Yeah,
so.
He got that portal key off in the middle of the fight, like one last second before. Oh my god.
Shrunken Head now picked up on him, by the way, so. Oh, here we go with an info report, too. At the top lane, it looks like, Engineer and Plagueis, you both in a lot of trouble. Engineer will fall right here. Plagueis will be fine, but he did have to watch his fellow friend die, and that's got to be disturbing, so. He'll now fall back to base in shame that he couldn't help his teammate.
Right.
That's that power, though. Nim4 actually picking up Plated Greaves here.
The Hellborn takes down a Legion tower.
Because she can, right.
Only one more outer tower remaining. That's the bottom one here. So, again, QsQ just buying as much time as possible. This is the QsQ team that... wait, were they the ones that came back, or did TT Esports come back? I'm fully blanking now. There was the
TT Esports came back.
That was
TT 20K or 30K.
That's right. It was over QsQ. Yeah, so never mind. Well, QsQ's been in this position before, just on the opposite end. Well, so now hopefully that they can... maybe think about that and be like, hey, TT Sports did it against us. Why not us against Stay Green, right?
Yeah.
That's probably not that positive. Master of Arms going to charge in right here, though. Ports are coming in, but Stay Green is ready to fight. The Root coming out. Master of Arms, he'll be comboed. The Compel from Rally as well. It was a beautiful stun on 2 heroes. Deadwood just running away with the clear cutting. Can he get away? He doesn't have a portal key just yet. He is going to be fine. Nope, never mind. See, it gets chucked back in by Pebbles. He goes the other way. Stella's like, chase me over here. Oh, he tried. He tried to get something off, but it wasn't happening. Pharaoh's now going to get caught. I think QsQ is on the verge of being like, okay, I think this game's over. See him chucking and keeper there. Again, clearly Stay Green's very confident, as they should be, that this game is pretty damn over. So you were right in the end. In fact, there we go. Nova agrees. GG, well played. It sucks, again, especially at this late in a tournament like this, but it happens, even to the best of them. The laning phase, the picks, though. You do got to look back at the picks, and you were stressing that especially. It was risky, it didn't pay off.
Yeah, they just got to go back to the drawing board, maybe write down the drafts they did this game, see where their vulnerability was in Game 2, because Game 1 I felt like they drafted very well. Sort of had a good idea to counter what SG was throwing out. Game 2, I think they had an idea. They wanted to be like, oh, we're going to take this double trio, we're going to take the Master and Deadwood and make them uncomfortable. They were like, we just got one of our 2 God Comp lineups.
Yeah.
Not a good idea.
Yeah, they were focused on that Deadwood, and they got it themselves. Saying like, okay, we got our Deadwood, we got the Deadwood from them now. But yeah, he gave them Keeper and Tempest.
I didn't notice that Pebbles that was left in the pool, or else
that too.
It's not the Deadwood. They have that one God Comp quote unquote Pebbles lineup, and they somehow got the Keeper and Tempest despite being Hellborn because QsQ is so focused on trying to throw a curveball with this Master, but they didn't even realize Master isn't even a normal tool for the other quote unquote God Comp lineup that SG likes to run.
Yeah,
I feel like they have those 2 flavors, and this is one of them. And hey,
yeah. All right, actually, I do have a quick update here. Again, we obviously have plenty of time now between it's going to be about a 2-hour break here, unfortunately. So, I would say let's jump into another series, but as I told you guys, unfortunately, the other series that was going on, it was forfeited actually. by TT Esports. So well, that's it for Diamond for right now. But I do have a rule update actually. This was just posted by Roland here on the forums, on the HoN Tour section a couple of minutes ago. I guess it's going to take place tomorrow. Now I know there has been obviously a lot of conversation about this topic. We actually did bring it up on the podcast yesterday. Talked about it a little bit as far as the podcast goes. My monitor just actually went out right there. 1 second. Oh, my monitor just died on me. I can't get it back in. Anyways, well, my monitor just went blank. I don't know if you still have it over there, Matt, but what I was going to say there, okay, yeah, you can actually see on your screen right there. I can't actually read it, but it's a rule change that, according to him, will go into effect tomorrow. I'm falling all over the place, man. I don't even know what's going on over here. Here, let me try to put this guy back up.
It's one of those days, man.
It is. The way the game ended and everything. But no, so you can see on your screen. You can read it for yourself. I'm gonna try to fix my monitor while you're reading that, because that's what I do best right here. All right, let's see. That goes in that way. There we go. Okay, I think I got it. Whew. Okay, I got it. I got it. Anywho. Okay. So, if a game is being streamed, neither team is allowed to pause more than 5 minutes until the first creep spawn at 30 seconds. Unless there is an unintentional disconnect, like internet drops, timeouts, or whatever. So, yeah, so there you go. And he did say, so this rule is valid by the start of Bronze on Sunday. Okay. So, I believe that means it starts tomorrow, I guess. So, it officially will start tomorrow with the streamed game. So there you go. There's been some discussion about that though, so just want to make that clear and put that out there about a rule change. So whew. Anyways though, Emperor, again, the game ending a little bit early right there.
Yeah, I actually expected, when I saw QsQ come really strong at the start of the game one, I thought for a fact that they did their research, they came prepared, and they were here to make a point. And it seemed like they had that fire going into game one. It just they weren't able to sustain it.
Yeah. Well, so much for my prediction.
Yeah.
So not making the finals, unfortunately. They get knocked out here by Stay Green 2-0. But, okay, so where does that leave us? I'll just update the brackets real quickly to make sure. But, okay, so Stay Green, of course, going to be moving on. That means they're going to be playing Lion Esports Club later on today in what is the losers bracket, round 5, I guess you can call it. Trademark Esports versus Complexity, though. The winners bracket finals. We're going to be coming back, again, in just under 2 hours, so it is going to be a little bit of a break here. But we'll be coming back, and we'll have that matchup for you guys. I know that's one that a lot of people, obviously the whole Complexity situation with them picking up Riser lately, and he's been working out with them. But on top of that, how they got to this point, they beat State Green, but there is that asterisk there, with the whole disconnect on Chessie situation and how they ended up finishing out 5 versus 4. So, but hey, if they go and beat TDM, that really does show something. So. And in my mind, hell, it's very possible. It really is. So I can't wait for that awesome best of 3. What are you looking forward about that best of 3, Emperor?
Hard to say. I don't know.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
That's what you're looking forward to. It's going to be awesome. Yeah. All right, though, for you tuning in, again, we are going to take a break here. Not much else to do right now. But we will be coming back at you in what will be the Diamond Bracket Cycle number 6, winners bracket finals. So stay tuned for that. Go and take a break for a little bit here. Again, just about under 2 hours. To be exact, the time's around, what is that, 12:30 p.m. Pacific, 3:30 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, 12:30 p.m. Pacific, 3:30 p.m. Eastern, at 21:30 Central European Time. Be back then and be ready to watch some awesome kick-ass Heroes and Newers. So until then, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go off for now. We'll see you later on. Bye-bye.